Good morning. What an incredible day, and what a great time to be a Trump supporter in America. Who's ready for Tuesday? More importantly, who is ready to have a new president in the White House? It is such an honor to be here and to support Donald J. Trump for President of the United States of America. He is the fighter that we need at a time when, frankly, we need it the very most. I was honored to serve as the President's White House press secretary for nearly 2.5 years. When the President hired me, I was the first mom and only the third woman to ever have that job. And we had a president who empowered his team. And when the left was relentlessly attacking me, kicking my family out of a restaurant, parents spitting on our car at our children's school, MSNBC reporters called me not even human, vile, unfit to be a mother. It was President Trump who pulled me aside, looked me in the eye, and said, "Sarah, you're smart, you're tough, you're beautiful, and they attack you because you're good at your job. Now get back to work." Every single day, we see the left trying to tear our country down. And it only makes President Trump stronger and more needed to help lead our country. Over the course of the 2.5 years that I spent in that role, I had the opportunity to travel with the President to nearly 24 countries and spent a lot of time with him on the road. But no trip was more memorable than December 25th of 2018. Probably one of the most vivid, most memorable, most unbelievable moments I've ever witnessed. It was Christmas night, and we were traveling with the President to a destination they didn't want anybody in the world to know that he'd be going to. And so we left in total darkness, with no lights on Air Force One, no lights on the runway. And 12 hours later, when we touched down in the war-torn part of Western Iraq, it was again a similar scene. No lights on the plane, no lights on the runway. The only light you could see was coming from about a mile away of where we had landed. The reason there was light in that one location is because hundreds of troops had packed into a dining hall, thinking that they were having dinner with senior military leadership. They had absolutely no idea that the President and First Lady were about to walk into that room. And when they did, a sight and a scene and a sound I know I will never forget unfolded. As the President stepped into that dining hall, you could see people from every race, every religion, every political party, every corner of the country, every demographic you can imagine represented in that one room. But in that moment, when he stepped in one perfect voice, in complete and total unity, they chanted over and over and over again, "USA, USA, USA." It was an absolutely perfect picture of what makes America so incredible. You have men and women willing to put everything on the line, willing to do what it takes, in some cases making the ultimate sacrifice so that we get to live free in the greatest country on the face of the earth. And they deserve to know, those men and women deserve to know that they have a leader that is doing their part in defending our freedom and fighting for our great country, and that's exactly what you get with Donald J. Trump. America needs a leader. America needs somebody who comes from a position of strength. We saw that under Donald Trump. We had secure borders, we had a strong economy, and we had stability around the world. And we're going to have that again starting on Tuesday. To finish that trip, the president continued walking around that room. And as he did, there was a soldier that yelled from the back. And he said, "Mr. President," he said, "I'm here because of you. I re-enlisted in the military because of you." And the president said to that young man, he said, "Son, I'm here because of you as well." Two people doing their part in the fight for freedom. And each one of us that is here today has a part as well. We're not all called to serve on the physical battlefields of Iraq. We're not all called to run for office. But we do have a part to play in making sure that those who are willing to put their name on the ballot, put their life on the line, have people that are standing up and standing alongside and fighting for them and making sure that every person coming behind us gets to enjoy the incredible gift of growing up in a country that still means something, in a country that still stands for something. So when you leave here today, make sure you're doing your part in the fight for freedom. And that doesn't just mean voting. Absolutely, that is critical over the course of the next several days. We need you to show up and show up big. But it also means getting your friends to go out and vote too. Frankly, I don't care if they're your friends or not. If they say they're voting for Donald Trump, you take them with you. If they tell you they're voting for somebody else, you let them know the election's been moved to December and we don't need them. But we need everybody here showing up and sending a clear, strong message that we love America and we're going to do our part to protect it. And the best way we can do that is make sure Donald Trump gets elected on Tuesday. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for doing your part. Thank you.